Hello again, Guyana, and welcome to another edition of West Side Story. This week we return to the Leonora Technical Vocational Training Center right here at Leonora on the west coast of Demerara. About 2 programs ago, we spoke with the commander of this division, that's Commander Stephen Mansell, and he told you all about some of the work that his division was geared to take on in terms of benefiting our young people, the young people of this community right here on the west side. Today what we'll do is take you inside of this training center and we will see exactly what it is that those young people are up to, and we will hear from them in terms of how they will benefit from the training they're currently receiving and how they plan to use it in the future. This is West Side Story. I am Malika Ramsey. Stay with us. Well, right now I am inside of the Leonora Technical and Vocational Training Center, of course, where I promised you that West Side Story will be recording from this week. And right now we're talking to one of the students who is involved in data operations, I think she said it is. Well, you'll hear all from her and how she has already been benefiting and how she plans to benefit and how she plans to use what she's learned here in the future, in her future endeavors. Hello.
Hi. Yes, my name is Alicia Diruche, and I just started the course, but it's real nice. I'm enjoying it. Well, actually, I came to do another course, but it's full.
Tell me what that course was.
That was electrical lights.
You're into electrical appliance, electrical stuff.
But it's literally full at this time. But I came to the data operation to develop my skills, like computer, typing, but it's great. I'm enjoying it and I'm already benefiting a lot.
How do you plan to use it in the future?
I'm going to use the certificates around the Caribbean to get a job. But it's not really what I wanted, but I'm going to still benefit from it and use it to do something great in the future.
Thank you so much and good luck to you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Well, thank you, Miss Malika. Good afternoon. Well, I've been enjoying data operation so far. What we actually do in data operation, we deal most likely about the computer programs, as in how to save a document, how to make a document, how to print, and it's a lot of things other than that. But I've chose data operations because I don't want to keep this knowledge about computers. I also want to help my brothers and my cousins too about this.
Okay, well, that's great, and congratulations and good luck.
Oh, thank you, Miss Malika.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Aaron Vasquez. I learned a lot of things through the program, various stuff I never really know about. Most times through the program, it's cool, it's awesome, because we learned stuff about creating flyers and presentation, go about and so, and and it's good to learn a lot about more computer stuff and so.
How can you use this knowledge?
Well, you can use this knowledge to gain more things and more than that, because in computer to make work easier and to access the world there.
The first stop we're going to make today inside of the training center to let you see and understand what it is that the young people are doing and how they're learning is by stopping at a workshop. It's a simple workshop here where they're learning and doing mechanics. So we'll even be talking to some of them as, of course, we continue here with this week's journey on West Side Story.
Well, it was not something that I always liked. I just saw Uh, um, I saw something on TV about it, and I just decided to join. And after joining this, when I like it,
So you think you can make a career out of this?
yes, it's fun, interesting. So yes, I think so.
Now I'm here with Trevon Austin, and he is one of the instructors slash teachers of the mechanics course, and he'll tell you what it is that he's teaching the boys, and not only boys but girls. So I should say what it is that he's teaching the students in general, and how he expects them to benefit and what he expects them to take away from this. Trevon, welcome to West Side Story.
Yeah. Well, some of the students that come here, right? Some of the students that they now grasp about how to build an engine and so on, right? Some of them they don't know, they never see an engine, right? So now that they come, a lot of things they learn right here, right? So I'm showing them how to rebuild an engine, showing them the different models of the engine, right? So they're getting an exposure on everything, right? Well, these are the vehicle that what is getting upon, showing them the different technology, how everything upgraded and so on, right? So most of them done grasp a lot of things and everybody learning. Yeah.
And you feel satisfied that they can, some of them can even use this to become mechanics eventually?
Yeah, I feel satisfied because next day when I come back and ask them certain questions, they'll be able to answer, right? So I feel satisfied that everybody get a grasp of something.
So they're not doing tests, so to speak. You just ask them questions.
Yeah, well, presently right about now is share practical because I just photocopy some drawings and some information, right? So they could, when I go home, they could be able to read back and get the notes and everything, right? So each and every component and get the name and so on. So even though if they forget it, they could be able just to box back them page and be able to read it and know it.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Trevon.
All right, thanks.
And as we continue here this week on West Side Story, we're now in another department. As you can see, this is the department that is responsible for electrical works. But I'm not alone this time. It is my pleasure to have three gentlemen with me, of course. First off, beginning with the principal of the training center, Mr. Ian Nicholson. Welcome to West Side Story, sir.
Okay.
All right. And of course, welcome also to Inspector Grant. He is a part of Commander Mansell's team. Welcome.
Pleasure.
And of course, Commander of D Division, Mr. Stephen Mansell, who you met in a previous episode of West Side Story. Welcome back, Commander.
Thank you.
All right, let's start off. We're going to start off our conversation with the principal. Tell us about this training. Is it we're calling it summer now in Guyana. Is it a summer training program, or I should say July, August vacation training program, and is it ongoing?
Yes, it is primarily for the July, August holiday. And it is a program that is ongoing. It started last year. And the objective of the program is to give the young people an opportunity to find something to do during the August holiday. And at the same time, we use it as a twofold. We use it twofold purpose. One is to give the youth the opportunity, and two, to use it as a breeding ground so that we can see students to get into the institute, give them the opportunity so that they can see what the different fields and choose to enter the institution to continue the skill, right? So it's a breeding ground and something to keep them occupied.
Okay, great. Have you gotten feedback from any of the students so far?
Yes, the students from last year, we graduated last year, we graduated 94. Now of the 94, 50-something of them continue the program to the end. Right. At present, some of them is doing assessment, which will be preparing them for graduation at the end of this year. Right. So, and the program is a competency-based program, which gives them the opportunity to get hands-on experience, so that when they go out in the world of work, they can function. It's not a program where they sit in a classroom and do just theory. It's both theory and practice. A lot of practice, because we're trying to meet the Caribbean Cantor standards, right, which giving the students the opportunity to have a certificate recognized throughout the Caribbean.
And I think it's good too because we always hear when people advertise, when they have vacancies, they say they need a person with certain amount of experience, and we always complain that if you're just coming out of school, how can you have experience? So I think this will benefit them too.
Yes, it will.
Before I talk to the other gentlemen, however, what happens outside of the July-August period at the training center?
Outside of the period, we have 9 programs running. The automotive program, electrical, welding, plumbing, data operation, office administration, plumbing, carpentry. And these programs, we get students coming in under the competency-based standard to register. We ask parents to allow the students, give the student the opportunity. We're targeting not only the CXC students, but we're giving the students that drop out of school the opportunity to have a second chance to continue and make something of themselves, right? So the program that we're offering here is a first level. This is a level 1 competency base, and we're not discriminating in terms of if you don't have a CXC, you can't come, right? Most of the persons we're targeting, right? We're just targeting school dropouts. We want the person with CXC, but we're still giving the persons an opportunity that didn't reach the standard in terms of their CXC. Because what we're doing it in twofold. We enroll you and we screen you. So the ones that are not to the standard to enter the program, we carry them through a remedial program. And from that, we put them into the full program. So it's a 1-year program, right? And everybody have the opportunity, equal opportunity. The program is set that you can complete this program in 6 months or you can take 6 years. It's all up to the student's ability. And we work with you and build you to the level that we know that you can go out there and function.
We're talking to Inspector Andre Grant now. Let's talk about your role. I know you're a big part of the commander's team. Let's talk about your role and how do you feel that the students and so on are benefiting from all of this?
Well, basically, I am the public relations officer for the D Division. It's a body that was set up by our substantial commissioner, Mr. Silal Prasad. And by now you should know that this community relations program is his brainchild. And I should say, as being a member of the commander's team in public relations, where we try to assist in crime prevention, we on the West Coast have been playing a very integral part in having this done, which is our crime prevention strategies. You see, it's not all about basic police training. You know, we try to reach communities as far as Bonasico, Santa Mission. These pupils coming here, it just didn't happen overnight. We had some work to put in. And I was very instrumental of supporting our commander in this effort. So our role continues to be one that is bringing changes in the life of children on the West Coast of Demerara.
Thank you very much, Inspector Grant. Good talking with you on the side story.
This is another initiative of mine, which includes the assistance of my community relations officer, Inspector Grant, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, the principal of this institution. This year, we would have targeted about 90 students, 90 youth from across the region. More so those from the riverine communities of Bonasico, Hog Island and Santa Mission, Santa Rita. However, we did not get the desired turnout that was expected from the riverine communities. However, those on the coastal plain took the opportunity and they would have filled the gap, so to speak. It's another community relations program, stroke crime prevention program, whereby we target early school leavers, unemployed youth, shuttle them into skills training and then into the labor force or the workforce, so to speak. In so doing, it makes our job easier. If we can change the lives of these youth in this institution, well, we're comfortable, we're satisfied, at least I'm satisfied so far. After this 4 weeks program, most of the youth, most of the students or participants are interested in pursuing the 1-year diploma program. which commences in September of this year. As we speak, we have 90 or more that will be graduating in December. That is from last year. And again, transforming Region 3 community by community. That's our aim.
I'm happy that you're continuing the focus here because really and truly it's needed. Earlier you mentioned that you did not get the expected result from the riverine community. What do you think needs to be done differently, or I should say what do you plan to do differently to attract them from that community next time around?
I guess transportation is one challenge, disadvantage. Coming out of Santa Mission, it's a far way in. All right, probably some more logistics needs to be put into place in order to get them out from there. That's the only challenge I would have seen that caused them from Santa Mission not to be out here. But Bonacito, they're out, and they're being camped in at Leonora. Those from Hog Island, they have relatives out here, so it makes the work easier for us in finding feeding, so to speak.
Okay, well, it's getting late. The students have to go, and so do I. But it has been a pleasure being with you again this week on West Side Story. I trust that you would have learned a lot again about what's happening here on the West Side in terms of providing other activities for our young people to become involved in during the July-August period. I'm not sure when this broadcast will reach you, but remember what we featured today on West Side Story was a program that took place during the July-August vacation. Also remember too that this is a part of what's happening on the West Side here in terms of the Guyana Police Force's crime prevention strategy. So it's about more than education. It's also to prevent crime in this region, in this part of our nation. I am Malika Ramsey. Thank you very much for joining us, and of course join me again on the next edition of West Side Story. Goodbye.